I came for this testimony. I'm from Abia State and I live in Lagos. I came from Lagos because I said I would give my testimony in this place. And as if I knew, I had an instant, this is not the testimony I came for, but I have a bad case of arthritis. I cannot stand, even in churches I sit down. I've not knelt down for the past 15 years. Today, I knelt down, first service. And I've been standing, I did first service. This second, I've been standing to the glory of God. My testimony starts from last year. I had a cancer growth on my scalp. Then I went for surgery in India. The surgery was successful. I was not on the altar at that time. The surgery was successful and I came back. So when I was rejoicing, they told me, don't rejoice, so this is cancer. Rejoice after 2 years. I said, I'm rejoicing now. Because my friend that I stayed with in India is on the altar of fire. And I've already started it that step. So she was like, declare that it will not come back again. We declared it together. This year, I had a little cut on the surgery line because my scalp was reconstructed with the flesh from my thighs. So I had a cut there. So my husband said, better you go back to where you did the surgery. So I went back because the oncology in Nigeria here told me that it seems that the growth is growing back again. I say it's a lie, it cannot grow. Not when I know what I know now. And to the glory of God, it was not the growth. It was just due to dry skin. I had that cut. So when I went, they said they cannot stitch it up because the area is very soft. So they are going to do a procedure that they will use 2 needles, put a hole in my skull so that the skin tissue from under my skull will breathe out from there and cover that place. They did the procedure. They kept me in the hospital 24 hours for observation. Everything was fine. I was discharged. I came back to my friend's house. She's always on the altar. 12 hours after, when I was in her house, my body started shutting down. I launched into a coma. So when she called her neighbor to help me, she said, let's go to my hospital. My hospital was 1 hour away from her house. Her neighbor said, no, there's a good hospital around here, which is just 5 minutes away. The way I'm seeing her, we cannot make it if we get that far. Still, she took me to that hospital. She was praying. She has her phone. Lord, show me mercy. She was going. In the process, they declared me that I was dead. That the machine was not working again. They came to her to authorize them to pull out the machine. She said no. She kept praying. She kept praying. She kept praying. She has her phone. She kept praying. She kept declaring. At the point they say she's going mad, that she's going to lose her sanity. They called the daughter. They said, the way your mom is going, if we don't inject her and calm her down, something else might happen. The daughter said, no, leave my mother alone. She kept praying. She kept praying. She kept praying. She will come in. She will bring the phone to me. They will chase her out. She was outside praying, praying, praying. 30 minutes after they came, they said they've done all tests. After 30 minutes, it's confirmed. She fought them. She almost even teared their shirt away. They ran away. So they now became afraid of her. So they won't near her again. So while they were waiting for her to break down, so they can finally now remove the machine, the life support, the machine started working. I came back to life. The machine, that's number one, though. The machine started working. Because she was already annoyed with that hospital, she put me in an ambulance and moved me to my original hospital. When I arrived there, they knew the last procedure they did on me. They did a brain scan. They saw that I was bleeding in my brain, that I had a blood clot. And they told her, blood clot, if you survive it, it's brain surgery. And when you go through the brain surgery, only God knows how you will be. But they cannot rule anything out. Since I did not die immediately, I was still in coma at that time. She kept praying. Now in the hospital, she will bring the phone, she will put on my ears. She kept praying. On the second day, she was like, I'm tired of this praying. She came out to me when I was laying down. She called my name, Gloria, Gloria. Lord, I showed you mercy. Lord, I showed you mercy. Lord, I showed you mercy. By the time she said the third time, I opened my eye and I smiled. I opened my eyes and I smiled. So she was all over the whole hospital, rejoicing, rejoicing. The doctor said, no, don't rejoice yet. Until she regained all her senses, then we'll be sure that she's okay. Within 2 hours, I told them I needed food. I asked to go and ease myself. These are the things they didn't expect me to do because they had adult diaper on me and all. So when my doctor now came and the nurses told her that I've been doing all these things, he said, well, she's fine. Let's move her to a regular ward, but we still have to watch her for 3 days. By the time they moved me to the regular ward on the second day in the morning, on the third day in the morning, I'm supposed to be there for 3 days. The doctor came back in the evening, was like, what is she doing here? There's no need for her to waste the money. We are going to discharge her to go home. But then I have to come back in 1 week's time because it takes the blood clot 5 days to start clearing. Then if it doesn't start clearing, they have to do a brain surgery. I have already survived the first one. So we went to, and they told us as we were going home, my friend, I should make sure that I sleep on ordinary ground because I'll be having seizures. They should be recording how many seizures I get in a day. Make sure that nothing around can harm me. To the glory of God, I said, now that I'm alive, I took control on the altar. Throughout that 1 week, there's no single seizure. Hey. Then when I went back on the 7th day, they did another test, the third brain scan. They saw that the blood clot has started clearing on his own. So the brain surgery was ruled out. So now they said, after you have to wait for 21 days before you go back to Nigeria. Because in that 21 days is what it would take for the blood clot to clear 30 to 35%. So you can be out of high risk of seizure. I said, okay, no, fine. I stayed. 21 days after, I went again for the test scan. Immediately I picked my results. I went to my neurologist's office. He looked at me. The first thing he asked me, what religion are you? The man is an Hindu man, and I'm looking at him like, that's what I'm anxious to see my result. Tell me what is on my result. She said, no. I said, I'm a Christian. He said, because what I'm seeing here, I'm 73 years old. I've been a neurologist for 42 years. I've been working in this hospital for 29 years. We've never recorded this type of result. You are 92% cleared. 92% cleared. They never seen it. It's a record breaking in that hospital. They decided to take it again. I told them I'm not going to pay for this one. They said we are taking it for ourselves. They did the same test. It's the same thing. I'm here to testify and give God glory.
Look at who they said streams of joy. Are you just keeping quiet like that? If I were you, I'll be giving God all the praise. I'll be shouting unto God. I'll be giving God all the glory. Raise your voice. Give him all the praise. What our God cannot do, it does not exist. It did not end the way the devil planned it. He has turned around the captivity of Zion. Can you give the Lord a mighty?